All right, so last section here for this chapter. This is catalog management software, CMS. This section is actually going to be more an FYI for you. This isn't going to make or break your business, but I want you to be aware of what Shopify is and what it does for you, and really what you're paying for. So catalog management software, basically, it's just what holds your catalog, what holds your product information, maybe your shipping information, your SKUs, your pricing. And CMSs, as far as the internet, have been around as long as the internet has. But for the longest time, what you had to do, even in my professional career, was when it comes to a catalog management software, you would have a back end and a front end. So you would have your CMS, and then you would have what was really common was to use something like WooCommerce and WordPress. That was really common throughout the 2000s, even through the early 2010s. It's kind of starting to taper off. If you're watching this, maybe you're transitioning away from those two methods. But what Shopify has enabled us to do, really, you don't even think about it. If you just went straight to Shopify, you're probably just going to take it for granted. But for the longest time, you had two different things. You had to make them talk. Now, your catalog management software and your website is the same thing. It's super valuable, super, super valuable. So Shopify is a CMS, but it's also a software platform, and it's also a website platform. That's why it's so great. So it kind of revolutionized the way that small businesses like us are able to scale, including using the App Store. So I first started using Shopify in 2016 and first discovered this App Store, and the kind of things that you are going to be able to do by yourself or with your small team is the stuff that you used to have 5 to 10 people doing. So getting into e-commerce, let's say during the dot-com bubble, there was a price to entry. There was a big barrier. And so it was very hard to have a web developer and a catalog manager and all these different people. And Shopify has made it very easy for you to do all that. You know, the point I made earlier when it comes to Oberlo for drop shipping, I can be selling in 20 minutes now. And that's not an exaggeration. And back in the day, it was weeks to months before you could actually go live. So Shopify in itself is, I just want to kind of add a little bit of, comparison, because Shopify, it's super valuable. You made the right choice by using it. There's other options out there like Magento, which I think is now called Adobe Commerce. There's WooCommerce, which partners with Shopify, or partners with WordPress, not Shopify. I think you've made the right decision by using Shopify. It scales really well. I think recently I read that of all e-commerce stores out there, 50% of them are on Shopify now, which is a super cool fact. And it's going to help you scale infinitely. It's going to help you do things by yourself that were totally out of the question before. So that's the basic of catalog management software, and that's what you have subscribed to.